Hey guys, it's Rachel here, and I've got another question for you today, and it's a big one, and I think I already know the answer, but I'm going to ask you anyway. Do you want to help change the world? Now, if you're watching this, I bet you say yes, and you have these big dreams and this knowing inside of you that you want to help change the world, but sometimes you feel like you can't really even help change yourself. It seems so hard to do. And I'm here today to give you a really quick answer on how you can change the world and yourself in the most easy, fun, amazing way possible. And it's super doable. So, how you change the world and how you change yourself is follow your inspiration. What are you inspired by? I am obviously dressed up today because last night I was watching videos with my boyfriend, and we were watching Iggy's video. I think it was for the Fancy song, and you can look it up on YouTube. Just type Fancy and I bet it'll come up. It's totally crazy. She did the whole video like she was in the movie Clueless, which is one of my favorite funny movies from my childhood, and it just so inspired me. I love making videos, I love dressing up, I love fashion, I love movies, and it made me want to do a whole video about me being all the characters in Willy Wonka, which is my ultimate favorite movie. And so today I thought, well, I can't do the whole thing. Like, I'm moving, almost everything is getting packed up. This is probably the last video I'll have with lights for a while, and a wig, and access to my clothing and everything. So I had to dress up, even though I can't go full out. And that is part of how you change the world, following your inspiration. So I had plans earlier in the year that I wanted to do this big, massive documentary on a friend of mine. And you know what? It turned out to be a little video. It's okay. It was my first time. I didn't even have a camera before I thought of doing that. And so, it moved me a step closer. And now, today, a few months later, I realize I really love video. I love it so much. I love getting into character. I love videoing other people. I love capturing that sense of transformation in people. And who knows where it'll lead. Maybe I will do bigger documentaries. Maybe I will make a video where I'm all the characters in Willy Wonka. But in the meantime, none of that effort is lost. So as I dress up in my wacky characters for you guys, it probably puts a smile on your face, or at least you're like, oh, that Rachel. But deeper than that, maybe I'm subtly giving you the confidence to just do whatever you want and to not care about what people think. Maybe I'm giving you permission to really be yourself and to play a little bit more and to lighten up and loosen up and just go with whatever you want to do. That's a deep thing, and it's not the reason why I do this. I don't put on this stuff so that you'll be changed. I put this stuff on because I like it and I enjoy it, and I don't care if people don't like it. They don't have to watch my stuff. So if you're following your inspiration, you're doing the same thing too. You're not doing it for other people, but the byproduct is that other people become aware of your inspired actions, of your enhanced mood, of whatever it is that you get out of your inspiration. Other people get it too, because it flows out of you. It's energetic and it's contagious. So the more you follow your inspiration, the more other people will too. And they'll credit you, even if you don't think so. They know that you are changing their life on some level. And that's really cool too, because you feel that internally. You can think of all the people who are wacky and out there and being bold, like Lady Gaga, who's obviously an inspiration of mine too. She has this whole big persona that she loves to be. And she's helping a lot of other people in the process. She was bullied in high school for doing what she wanted to do, and now she's helping millions and millions of younger people who are being bullied to stand up for themselves, to know that who they are is beautiful and wonderful, and she's doing it all in her own way and from her own inspiration of who she wanted to be in life. Now, there are other countless examples like Mother Teresa, who was living in poverty to help other people. That was her inspiration, though. That's how she wanted to express herself. When we do things for ourselves, it has an effect on other people, regardless of whether that was our main intent or not. And just look at children, right? How many of you don't enjoy watching children play? It's amazing, right? Maybe we don't want to take them all home with us, but they are so charismatic. They are so full of life and energy, and they don't care if we cannot see who they're playing with. They don't care if we're not in the game that they're playing or not. They just do it. They go forth, and then we laugh and we smile and we are changed by it. I think it's truly amazing how children are, and if we could be just a little bit more like them, then we would be so much more dynamic in our lives. And this last piece that I want to share with you is a little bit deeper than the first, and it comes up a lot for people who are trying to change their lives, or trying to make more money, or start a business, or just to feel more alive in every day. And the first part of that is following your inspiration, allowing yourself to be guided by your internal desires, even if it's just a tiny, tiny little thing, right? Like, I love this music video that I watched. I could have stopped there, but no, I let myself play in it, and I allowed myself to dress up today. But the second part is that you can't experience high, wonderful energy if you're blocking yourself from feeling the lower stuff, the lower emotions that you've kind of stuck inside yourself. And what I mean by that is a lot of people have trouble relaxing or feeling happiness or joy. And the main reason why that is because if they were to relax enough, they'd have to dig through that layer of sadness or grief or guilt or shame that's there. Because if you think of emotion on a continuum, here I have a pen. So this is joy, and this is sorrow, let's say, or grief. We have to have access to both sides in order to feel the joy. Like we can't just stop here and like never experience our unhappiness and then expect to experience all of this, all the happiness, all the joy. We have to be willing to experience the negative emotion along with the positive emotion for this whole energy thing to work. And it's not that hard to fix if you are one of those people. Like, who knows how to process emotion? We're not taught this, So I have some past videos that can help you with that. But just a really simple one is just allow your body to cultivate a frequency of unconditional love. Just ask your body for it. Just say, body, give me a frequency of unconditional love. And it will show up, even if you don't feel it. And a frequency will not feel like a feeling. It's a lot lighter than a feeling. It's more expansive than a feeling. I feel frequency more outside my body than I do inside my body. It's okay if your experience is different. So just ask your body for that and see what happens, if anything. But then, if you breathe that frequency into your heart, again, you don't have to feel anything. Just breathe it into your heart. And then let it out. And then breathe it in and then let it out. You'll start to loosen up the stuck stuff in there. And you can do that with all of your chakras because they all hold different things. But if you start with your heart, you may feel some sadness, you may cry, you may feel anger. Just keep working with it, keep working through it so that you can bust through the blockages on this side of the continuum of emotion so that you have more access to this. So the more sadness you allow yourself to feel, the more happiness you can feel. All right, you keep going, and then you have a full spectrum. That does not mean, though, that you'll experience more depression or more sadness. It just means that the emotion that does come up can be processed quicker and easier because it's not getting stuck in there. Another example that children are fabulous about showing us. They are most normal children who are not like brought up in abused houses, and so let's just think of that way. They are full of life, full of joy. If they get mad, they're really mad for 30 seconds, 3 minutes, and then they're back playing again and smiling. Or if they get hurt, they cry, and then they're fine again. That is how we're supposed to be. We're supposed to feel it all. It's like big and bold, and it's messy, and it's life. And then we're back to normal again. That's kind of how we're built. And if you just allow that process to happen, then it's all good. You just return to that natural, wonderful state of contentment and happiness and joy and life, aliveness. It's wonderful. So follow your inspiration, because that is how you change the world. One thing leads to the next. Do whatever you can do in the moment based on your current skill level, or ask for help. Like, for instance, I couldn't make a whole documentary at that time that I wanted to, but I'd made what I could, all right? And I'm still working on it. It's okay. I cannot film an entire movie today of me playing every character in Willy Wonka. That's okay, because look, I've got a wig. So do what you can. Feel your life. This is your life. Don't let anyone else's opinions hinder you from doing what you want to do. Nobody else matters. It's just all about you. Really. Because you matter, and your inspiration and your joy is contagious. So let yourself be inspired and have an amazing, fun time acting like a kid again. All right, guys. Lots of love. Bye-bye.